Imagine your mind as a lake at dawn. No ripples, no noise, just truth. Have you ever noticed how much of life we experience through the fog of mental chatter? Even when we're still on the outside, sitting, lying down, trying to relax, the mind doesn't always cooperate. It races, it plans, it replays, it worries. But there's another way of being, one that's not about forcing the mind to stop, but about letting it settle, naturally, gently, like water. Tonight, I want to invite you into that space. This is not a lecture, it's a meditation, a journey inward, a remembering of the peace that's always been there beneath the surface. Let's begin. Part 1. The nature of water, the nature of mind. Close your eyes if you haven't already. Take a deep breath. Inhale through your nose. Hold for a moment, and exhale slowly through your mouth. Now, picture a still lake at sunrise. The world hasn't yet awakened. The water is glass, a mirror reflecting the sky. This is the nature of the mind when it's not stirred by thoughts, judgments, or desires. A Buddhist master once said, "The mind is like water. When it's calm, you see clearly. When it's agitated, you see only distortion." And so much of our suffering comes not from what's actually happening, but from the distortion we see when the mind is in turmoil. So today, we practice stillness, not by silencing the mind, but by letting it settle. Like muddy water left undisturbed, clarity returns on its own. Part 2. A real story. The monk and the mirror. Let me share a story. A young monk once went to his teacher, frustrated. He said, "I meditate every day, but my mind is a mess. I can't stop the thoughts. I can't find peace." The teacher smiled and handed him a bowl of water. Then he stirred it vigorously with a stick. "This is your mind right now," he said. Then he set the bowl down and waited. Minute by minute, the ripples began to fade. The sediment started to sink. The water slowly cleared. "See," the teacher said, "you don't need to chase stillness, you just need to stop stirring." That image stayed with me for years. Because isn't that what we do? We stir our own waters, reliving the past, projecting into the future, arguing with reality. But tonight we set the stick down. We allow the mind to return to its original clarity. Part 3. Breathing into stillness, a gentle practice. Let's come back to your breath. Feel the air as it enters. Cool through the nostrils, down into the belly, then slowly release. No need to control the breath, just notice it, like watching a wave arrive and recede. As you breathe, gently say to yourself, "I am here. I am safe. I am still like water." If thoughts come, and they will, just notice them. Don't resist, don't cling. Just watch them float across the surface of your awareness like clouds in a vast sky. Remember, the sky is not the clouds. The mind is not your thoughts. You are the witness. Part 4. The science of stillness. A modern understanding. Modern science now affirms what the ancient Buddhists always knew. When we meditate, especially when we anchor ourselves in the breath, the brain begins to change. The prefrontal cortex lights up, enhancing clarity, compassion, and decision-making. The amygdala, the fear center, shrinks in influence. Cortisol drops, heart rate slows, the whole body shifts into a healing state, and it all begins with one breath. This is why stillness isn't just a spiritual idea, it's a biological reset. You are literally training your brain to be more peaceful, more present, more free. And each time you return to this practice, even for a few minutes, you deepen that groove in the mind. Peace becomes more familiar, more natural, until one day, it's not something you search for, it's who you are. Part 5. Guided visualization, the crystal lake. Let's go deeper now. Imagine yourself walking through a forest in the early morning. The earth is soft beneath your feet. Birds sing gently in the distance. And then you arrive at a clearing. Before you is a crystal clear lake. You sit at the edge. The water reflects the sky, the trees, and you, sitting quietly. Now imagine dipping your hand into the water. Feel the coolness, the gentleness, the clarity. In this lake, you see your mind, and in its stillness, you see your truth. No fear, no judgment, just presence. Stay here. Let your breath sync with the rhythm of the earth around you, and as you breathe, silently repeat, I am calm. I am clear. I am free. Let this be your anchor. Part 6. A teaching from the Buddha. The middle way. The Buddha taught what he called the middle way. Not grasping, not pushing away, but abiding in what is. Stillness is not perfection. It's presence. It's learning to sit with discomfort without adding suffering. It's the pause before the reaction, the breath before the word. The middle way is like floating, not swimming hard against the current, not sinking from exhaustion, but being held. This is what we practice here. Not escape, not control, but presence. Part 7. A story. The bamboo that bends. One final story. A student once asked a Zen master, "What is the path to enlightenment?" The master pointed to a grove of bamboo swaying in the wind. He said, "Notice how they bend." That's it. The bamboo does not resist the wind, nor does it break. It bends, it returns. This is what stillness gives you. Not a life without storms, but the inner flexibility to move with them. In stillness, you remember, you are not the storm. You are the witness. You are the sky. You are the lake. And nothing, no matter how strong, can disturb what you truly are. Part 8. Closing. The mirror of stillness. As we near the end of this meditation, bring your attention gently back to the breath. Notice how your body feels now. Notice the spaces of stillness you've touched. Even if your mind wandered, that's okay. Even returning for one breath is a miracle. Now imagine holding a mirror before you. Not one that reflects your face, but one that reflects your mind. In this mirror, you see the still lake. You see the clear sky. You see the witness who has always been there. You. Not your roles, not your fears, not your thoughts, just presence, just peace. Say this with me if you like. Still like water, I return to myself. Still like water, I see clearly. Still like water, I am free. Take one last deep breath. Inhale, hold, exhale. Thank you for meditating with me tonight. If this brought you even a moment of peace, consider subscribing to the channel. Your journey matters. Your stillness matters. Keep returning. Until next time.